What up, kinfolk? Happy Tuesday morning and happy 420 for all my weed smokers out there. It's time for 5-Bit News. I know I'm a little bit late, and I hope you enjoyed that little update, but now it's the time for the main course. Anyway, today we'll be looking at tragedy that struck the fighting game community, more Resident Evil Village details, Ryu and Chun-Li are going to become the next Power Rangers, kind of. New Castlevania Season 4 details, and Sony reverses course on its decision to close down the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita stores. Before we jump in, I want you to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon. That way you'll be the first to know whenever I put out new content. So, now that that's out the way, let's get started. Alright, so we start off tonight by some somewhat somber news. On March 29th, a cooking-related fire claimed the life of Renalda Lynn Nguyen and her husband, Thao Nguyen, who perished 2 weeks later from injuries related to the fire. The Nguyen's were the creators of the multi-arcade system joystick, or the MAS joystick, which was a game changer for arcade gamers, as well as especially the fighting game community. See, like, back in the days, with console gaming, the goal was to replicate that arcade experience at home. You had joysticks like, say, the NES Advantage and even the Neo Geo, but even those, they weren't completely like the arcades. What the MAS sticks were actual arcade-style joysticks. They were heavy. They were meant to be put on tables and counters, as opposed to in your lap or in your hand, and they actually felt like you were playing it in the arcade. These were custom built and made to order. I vaguely remember seeing ads for them in gaming magazines back in the day. See, before the MAS sticks, you actually had if you wanted arcade style stuff, you had to buy from import stores. Even those weren't the genuine article. But when you played these MAS sticks, they actually felt like the actual arcade. And if you go they had a really profound effect on the fighting game community too. If you go to tournaments, particularly Evo, then chances are you'll probably be seeing this style of joystick there. And of course nowadays everybody and their mamas come out with different kinds of arcade joysticks. Whether it's that bootleg Pandora that you see on Alibaba, or even that At Games At Games one that I unboxed a few months ago. So anyway, a lot of people within the fighting game community have given up their have sent their condolences to the family, and they set up there's a GoFundMe set up for their funeral, as well as expenses for their 2 children who are homeless and who they say are homeless and unemployed. So as you can see, it's reached $35,000 of its $50,000 goal. Justin Wong is a big driving force behind this. So I'll post a link to the GoFundMe in my description for those of you who are interested in donating. So again, we talk about games like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and their effect on the fighting game scene, but really, who knows what it would be like without the contributions of the Nguyen family. So again, I'll have their GoFundMe in the description, and just make sure you keep the Nguyen family in your thoughts and prayers. Alright, and speaking of fighting games, Street Fighters, Chun-Li, and Ryu are going to be the next Power Rangers. Yeah, kind of, in a way. Anyway, Ryu and Chun-Li are going to be joining the cast of Power Rangers Battle for the Grid as part of a crossover. The two will be joining in May 25, and you can buy the DLC pack for $12.50, or you can purchase the fighters at $5.99 a piece. Wow. So Ryu can transform into the Crimson Hawk Ranger, while Chun-Li can transform into the Blue Phoenix Ranger. So let's take a look at the trailer. So I'm just take a look at the trailer real quick.
The name's Scorpina, and I'm your worst nightmare.
It's morphin' time! Shoryuken! You must defeat my Shoryuken to stand a chance. I will keep on fighting. I know the answer lies ahead.
You ready for this? Spinning bird hit!
Yep, so you got Street Fighter characters come to the Power Rangers. I think Scorpina is going to be probably going to be part of another pack, or I'm not sure, but yeah, they're both coming next month. So, and I'll tell you this much: it makes more sense for Ryu to be in this game than in Fortnite, where he can't do his moves. I mean, what's the point of having Ryu in Fortnite if you can't do a Hadouken? But anyway, I think this, if you recall, like in the, because this is actually based on a mobile game for Power Rangers, and if you recall, then there was an event where you can unlock Ryu in the game. So this is actually pretty cool. And as for the Battle for the Grid itself, you definitely shouldn't sleep on it, especially if you remember watching Power Rangers as a kid. Like, it's a pretty cool fighting game. It's pretty easy to pick up and play too. They kind of simpled it down. And when it first came out, it was criticized for not having a whole lot of content. And of course, they do the whole multiple season pass thing. But I think they added more and more content to it. So if you're a Power Rangers fan, or if you like fighting games, then definitely check this out. This is definitely awesome, and I can't wait. I can't wait to strap up as the Ryu Ranger. Hope we can get like Guile in there or something, and he'll be like the green Sonic Boom Ranger or some shit. Okay. Alright, next up, Netflix pulled the curtain back on the upcoming 4th and final season of Castlevania. Let's take a look at it. They showed a tweet, and here it is. We're gonna look at it.
The whole world's gone crazy.
Targovishte. This is where it all started.
Please!
When Dracula struck.
We, the people of Dynasty, beg your aid. Please, sir, save our souls.
I am Camilla of Styria. I'm going to take everything from everybody.
She's been scheming. A giant human pen from here to Brayla.
Not anymore. Now, the world.
So definitely, I'm definitely excited about that. That's dropping on the 13th. So, not a whole lot about it. But it's gonna hint at. But if you've been watching, you've been hinting at where it's going, like with Carmilla and Trevor and Sypha and Alucard and Hector and all these characters. Definitely one of the better TV to video game. Video game to TV projects. So this is gonna be the last season. This is gonna be the last season of Castlevania, because series creator Warren Ellis got caught up with some sexual misconduct accusations. He got Me Too'd, so this is going to be the last one he's involved in. So I guess he decided to set the end of the series on that note. But it looks like Netflix is going to develop a spin-off series with new characters in the same universe. If you're familiar with the source material, then you know like the game franchise features like different generations of Belmonts, different characters, and sometimes even different universes, like the Lords of Shadow reboot, stuff like Castlevania Circle of the Moon, and the Castlevania 64 titles. Like even with that sequence with the portals and one guy, I forget his name, but I know you know what I'm talking about. Like when you went through the portals and looked at all the different timelines, you can even see some hints there at where the series could be going. So if they can keep it at this level, then if they can keep it at the level of Castlevania, then this is definitely, then I guess I'm gonna have to keep my Netflix subscription active for a little bit longer. But yeah, that is Castlevania season 4. Are you excited as I am? Let me know in the comments. Alright, so last week, Capcom showed off some more details about Resident Evil Village, as well as other Resident Evil related projects. We saw another trailer from the game. It's on YouTube, so you can look it up and watch it. Also, if you got a PlayStation 4 or 5, I believe you can download a timed demo, which you can explore the village and the castle, and the demo is also coming to Xbox One and Series X owners in early May, like on May 1st, and it'll be it's only going to be a limited time demo, which is kind of weird thing that Capcom tends to do with its stuff, but hey, you get to play it before it comes out. Also, let's see. Let's switch to the browser. So the Mercenaries mode is going to return to Resident Evil Village as well. That's that score-based mode that's been in Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 2 DualShock, and Resident Evil 4. So you basically rack up high score challenges and try to get kills. They left it out of Resident Evil 7, but it's back in this one. So you can buy upgrades. So you got that arcade style mode, so that's going to be fun. Also, Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, the new anime movie that's going to come to Netflix, is going to be featuring Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield as they fight zombies in the White House. And of course, Dead by Daylight is going to have a collaboration event with Resident Evil, and they'll reveal what it's going to be on May 25th during its birthday stream. So let's look at it. This is a short trailer, so I'm just looking at it real quick. Yikes. They hung somebody on there. But, if I had to guess, it's obviously going to be another monster and another survivor, maybe Jill Valentine, because we haven't seen her since, I don't know, Resident Evil 5. And there's probably going to be another monster, probably the Nemesis. They'll reveal more during this Dead by Daylight event. But that's a game I need to get back to too. I streamed it back in the day, but I definitely need to get back into it because it's definitely fun. I love playing this killer, but I digress. There also might be some kind of zombie hunt mode in the game. Who knows? Of course, we'll learn more about it during this thing they're going to host. And finally, Resident Evil 4 VR is coming to Oculus Quest 2. So, yeah, Capcom is announcing that there's going to be a full VR port of Resident Evil 4. I know they've rumored a remake for... there's been rumors about a Resident Evil 4 remake for years, and I don't think it's necessary to remake the game. But I do think VR would be a pretty cool thing to do to it. A VR Resident Evil game. So maybe that's the remake that they've been like referring to. But if anything, they should probably remake Code Veronica. But still, this is gonna be something. But still, this is something I'm excited about. So there's gonna be more. So Oculus is going to have a game showcase on April 21st. So they'll reveal more about it. And this is gonna be on Oculus Quest 2. So I gotta upgrade pretty soon. Yeah. So definitely. So again, definitely something you'll want to check out if you like Resident Evil. So finally, some good news for Sony for once. A few weeks ago, Sony announced that they were going to discontinue online the PlayStation Store support for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita and PlayStation Portable, making it impossible to purchase games for those consoles digitally. So, happily, Jim Ryan, President and CEO of Sony Interactive, has decided to reverse this course of action. At least for the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita. PSP's online store will still be taken offline on the 2nd of July. So at least for the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita, that's a good thing. As for the PSP, like a lot of the games, pretty much most of the games on the PSP are available digitally on the PS Vita. So, those old systems are being kept alive for a little bit longer. And that's a good thing because there's no backward compatibility between PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 games beside PS Now. But hopefully they can see the value of maintaining their back catalog and making it available to players. On this week's Cool Shit, we take a look at NXI's Wasteland 3. Before Fallout, there was Wasteland. The creators behind the classic Fallout games, you know, the ones from Interplay, they've returned with the third entry in their groundbreaking strategy RPG series. Traveling throughout snowy post-apocalyptic Colorado, you lead a team of rangers. Your mission is to assist the leader known as the Patriarch as he attempts to bring order to the region. However, things aren't as black and white as they seem, and there are a number of gangs and factions to contend with. This is one of my favorite games from last year, and is one of my favorite role-playing games of all time. The world building, the gameplay, the writing, and even the music take this game to another level. A new expansion is on its way this summer, so now is the perfect time to jump back in. If you've been put off by the more recent entries in the Fallout franchise, you'll love this. It's free on Xbox Game Pass too, so what are you waiting for? Alright, so that's been this week's edition of 5-Bit News. And let me know what you think in the comments. If you like what you just saw, hit that thumbs up. And even if you didn't like, hit the thumbs down. I won't be mad. I can take the criticism. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon. That way you'll be the first to know when I put out new content. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great week. I'm Audi 51,000 G, kinfolk.